Cookie almost lost control as he heard Van's decision of staying with him. Obviously, he was satisfied with the fact that Van was actually giving the relationship a genuine chance, though he tried his best to maintain his poker face, but a cute smirk was already plastered on his face. Cookie, Van, you were asking for the rules. You were right, yesterday you were a guest, so I didn't tell you anything, but from today you need to take a shower before going to bed. This is the first rule, and I will inform you the next ones when the situations would appear respectively. Van. Nay. Van was still standing at the door. Cookie, do you need an auspicious moment to move yourself towards the washroom? Van was still standing at the door, and that triggered Cookie. What are you waiting for, Van? Van, I didn't intend to run away from the situation when I requested you to drop me in the dawn because I have no clothes here and I'm wearing this for so long that I would not be able to wear this again after taking showers. So I'm just asking you, can I skip the shower tonight? Cookie, don't you think this is not the actual solution? Van knew that she can easily ask him for his clothes, but the problem was obviously the undergarments. When I think taking no shower is the actual solution, and for tonight, please consider me. Cookie, why don't you wear my clothes? When can't I skip? Cookie, I want to say no, but at the end of the day, it's all your decision. Cookie smiled as he understood Van's actual situation. Cookie, where do you want to sleep? In the couch or in the bedroom? Van, couch. Cookie, okay, I am going to take shower. You can knock at the door if you get scared. Van, nay. Cookie went to the washroom which was attached to his bedroom. Van was sitting on the couch and just scrolling down her Insta peacefully. Van was indulged into the virtual world. She was startled as she heard her name was being called from the washroom. Van, nay, Cookie, please give my t-shirt. I have forgotten to take it with me. I need to wash it. Van got up from the couch and headed towards the bedroom. She took the t-shirt. Of course, she was feeling shy, awkward, yet her pervert mind was enthusiastic to see him in a wet hair. Van knocked on the door of the washroom, and the wet-haired bunny peeked from inside of the washroom. He raised his hand for the t-shirt when almost handed him the t-shirt and the power was cut off. Instinctively, Van held Jungkook's wrist and screamed out louder. Jungkook was startled as he felt the grip of her warm fingers on his cold wrist. Oh, it's normal in this area. It will be fixed soon. Don't worry. And a street cat just mewed. The next moment, Jungkook only could feel Van's soft body structure in his embrace. He was freaking out as only his lower body was wrapped by a towel loosely. Jungkook could feel Van's grip was getting tighter. He guessed that she might have nyctophobia. He hugged her to make her believe about his presence in the darkness. Gently patted on her shoulder and asked, "Is it cold?" "I'm all wet," Van replied him in trembling voice. "Yes, it's cold and I'm all wet. Am I stinking?" Jungkook, "Yes, you are." And the power supply was fixed. The lights came on. Van found herself in Cookie's embrace. Being awkward, she just broke his embrace and stood to one side. "I'm extremely sorry for my behavior, Cook." Cookie chuckled. "Cook? Wow." When nobody addresses his or her husband as Oppa. Cookie, I guess nobody apologized to his or her husband for freaking out during power cut too. Van was sweating badly and she was all wet. Cookie, would you mind if I request you to take a quick shower? You was thinking taking shower will make you feel a little fresh and will reduce your stress too. Go champ. When yeah, I should take my phone with me. When went to the living room to take her phone while Cookie took out a fresh t-shirt from his cupboard for Van. Van took the fresh t-shirt and walked into the washroom. Under the cold shower in the night of hot July, it was obviously refreshing. Sitting under the shower, she was actually thinking about her actions. She could feel his whole masculine body, his abs. The water was dripping from his wet hair on the chest portion of her cloth. She giggled, and after taking the shower, she wrapped a towel around her body and started searching for the dryer, but she couldn't. When unlocked the door and peeked out of the washroom, she knew she would definitely be scolded if Cookie saw her in wet hair, because that might cause her to catch a cold. Laying on the bed, Jungkook was scrolling down his phone. Gingerly, she stepped out of the washroom and rushed to the living room. Cookie glanced at her, though she was fast enough to move herself to the living room, but Cookie's eyes were able to recognize that her hairs were all wet. Let me complete this level first, he muttered. The t-shirt Van was wearing was all wet. She placed a towel on the plaited arm of the couch and placed the back of her head on it. Her long wet hair was allowed to hug the towel. Cookie got up from the bed after a few minutes and walked towards the living room to check if Van was comfortable enough or she needed anything. Van was scrolling down her phone when Cookie walked into the living room. Do you need? Cookie noticed her hair was all wet and her t-shirt too. And that happened what she was afraid of. As Cookie entered into the living room, she tried to roll on and laid on her stomach and closed her eyes. Cookie, Van? Van? He saw her doing those childish moves. Naturally, a smile was curved on his face. Cookie, Van, you forgot to press the power button. The light is still on. Please act more cleverly. Van knew that she was caught, but still she didn't move. She sensed that Cookie sat on the couch and her hand was moved on her chest as she was trying to cover the visibility of her through the wet t-shirt. Cookie, Van, enough. Why are you covering the wet t-shirt by your hand? He tried to move her hand from her chest without any thought, and he was frozen and speechless for a few seconds after understanding the reason. He got up from there and took another t-shirt from the cupboard. Van, don't wear the wet t-shirt. You will catch cold. Get up and change into the dry one. Get up, buddy. Cookie, I saw your silly acting skills. I'm going to bring the hairdryer from the washroom. Before coming back from there, you should change your t-shirt. If you don't change it, Van, her eyes were still closed. If I don't change, what will you do? Cookie, I will change it by myself, would be wifey. Cookie noticed Van's cheeks turned red within seconds and he headed towards the washroom. Obviously, the washroom wasn't far away. It would take only a few seconds or more than a minute to bring the hairdryer. Van got up from the bed and switched off the lights before changing her t-shirt. Cookie was about to step into the living room with the hairdryer in his hand when he saw her removing her t-shirt. The curve of her waistline was highlighted by the lights coming from the bedroom. Covering her chest with the wet one, she quickly got into the dry t-shirt. After pulling out the wet t-shirt underneath the dry one, she was looking for a place to keep that when she noticed Cookie standing on the door with the hairdryer in his hand. Cookie stepped into the living room. Van was sitting on the couch. Cookie gently patted on her shoulder and gestured her to lay down. Putting her head on the arm of the couch, Cookie held gently detangling her hairs. What shampoo do you use regularly? When there's no particular one, Cookie. You have very healthy hair. Cookie didn't knew it was the curling barrel attachments. He just thought that those birds might be for girls to use, so he attached that and tried to dry. But her hair was too wet, so Cookie wasn't able to style it, though his intention was to dry her hair. Cookie, when? Can you check the dryer? I don't know how does it work on long hair. When looked at the dryer and saw he had attached the wrong one. Just attach the usual one you use. I don't style my hair regularly. Cookie, while changing the dryer head. I thought it was for long hair to dry. Wow, how cleverly I am doing these stupidities. When? Give me that. I am used to do this by myself. Give me some time and just accompany me. Cookie, what should I do then? When? Let's share our secrets. Cookie, secret? When? Tell me what's your guilty pleasure. Cookie, like movie or music. When? Anything it can be for you. Cookie's eyes were widened as he remembered what visual he had experienced before entering into the room. When? You can choose a movie or music though. Cookie, I want to confess something. When actually the lights of the bedroom were on and your body shape was clearly visible while you were changing the t-shirt and I Van wanted to react but his words made her blush. Cookie chuckled to lighten up the situation. Don't you want to say something? When I guess it's the Newton's third law and though at this position I don't want to consider the fact that men and women are equal in all dynamics but I have to. It's Cookie. Oh yeah, you were right. You saw me bare body, but I couldn't. When? Maybe you need glasses? Cookie. When? Thank you. I'm really thankful to you for giving me a chance, for giving us a chance. When? Well, of course, I had no other option. In spite of being an orphan, I was never treated like that. Not only by my parents, even my brother. Cookie. So you're saying that my parents are not important in your life? When? I have never told that, Cookie. But your words and actions indirectly does that. If I'm not wrong, he had requested you to not to mention that. When? I consider myself as the luckiest orphan. It's like sweet poison. It's sweet, but you can't ignore the poisonous side. Cookie. I think everyone became orphan in this world who get the chance to live a normal life. So, what about them? What do you think about them? When they are more unfortunate than me, no matter how old is one, what kind of living creature it is, it really feels very lonely when the guardians or parents leave. Cookie, will you miss me like this in the future? When? I don't know, but as long as I'm willing to live with you, I want to behave like a human so that you would miss me more than I would miss you. Cookie, I guess your father was right. I don't think I can win by arguing with you. When? That's true, but it wasn't an argument. It was just a normal conversation. Cookie, are you done with the hairdryer? When? Almost. Cookie, so when will you be on duty tomorrow? When? Day shift. Cookie, do you need my help? When? For? I didn't understand. You wanna drop me there? Cookie, I thought you promised me to stay with me. So, when? Oh, I will bring some of my things too. Cookie, my inner soul is literally screaming, why not all the things? When? Cause after the night shifts, I want to sleep on my bed peacefully and obviously I don't want to show my face to anyone. like I don't even want to look at myself in the mirror. Cookie, what will you do when I will not be able to stay with you? Van handed over the drawer. Oh, I just forgot to ask you. What do you do? I mean, for living, Cookie chuckled. I think you will find out soon. When? I? How? Where? Cookie, just don't freak out and sleep. It will be getting late if we continue talking like this. His eyes ensured that door was locked from inside and there was the water bottle on the side table. Van looked at his face and laid on the couch. Cookie, good night, Van. Van, good night, Oppa. Cookie chuckled and headed towards the bedroom. At this point, both of them wanted to be hugged by each other. Cookie wanted to take her into the bedroom, and Van also wanted to be cuddled while sleeping. But both of them didn't express their feelings. One could see him reading some book at night. The lights of the bedroom were still on when closed her eyes and soon fall asleep.